And the package is going to help you control that until you get to late game. Then he'll shore up some of that damage that you're lacking here on KT until Lucian does finally get that IE online. And it all comes back to the Lee Sin here at the end.
Yeah, I mean, they're letting him have it. They didn't ban it in any phase. They did not think about it. They took away the Vi instead. And they're saying, okay, Lucid, prove to us that you can play the Lee Sin in game 1 of a best of 5. Play team fights could also happen here, especially in game 1, just trying to calm the nerves. Let's see how it does go, guys, as we hop into the Rift for game number 1.
And Kellen also has heal, so a lot of movement speed to chase down and win this early game of the lane if Deft messes it up. Tremor Sense very valuable here.
So they don't know that this is happening. He might be able to jump over the wall. Deft and Beryl will be totally unaware of this coming through, and Lucid looking to make a big impact early on in game number 1.
Ghost Exhaust, don't forget.
Yeah, they're going for Beryl, the easy target. Let's see if it does work out. Trying to block here is Deft, and it will work excellently as Deft will keep his support safe.
King trying to get some information here.
They know he's in there.
Yeah,
they know he's in there. Let's see if they can turn something, but nope, not going to have enough pressure from mid. And of course, with the jungler on the bottom side of the map, Lucid taking that Drake, not going to extend the play, but Lucid's getting a lot of early value out of this Lee Sin pick.
He really is, and they've been tracking Ghoshake pretty well, so, and gets nothing. And Kingen, because he's just been proxying under inner, he's basically a second jungler in this game, and it's so frustrating here for KT.
Yeah, and now you take a look at this, the poke advantage on the bottom side is just getting out of control. Like, Deft and Beryl can't even stand in the lane anymore. They don't get to play the game as Kingen.
It's already starting to get a little bit online here, and if she ends up getting a kill in that fight, for example, that is the end of the game, basically, for KT with this composition.
Don't do it, Lucid. Oh, he's going to go in and smite it away and actually hop away. And now, with Showmaker getting the first roam, we got a potential play as Ghoshik just going to have to throw that ult in and leave perfect, as now he has pulled the Rek'Sai under the turret, makes the play. And Kingen going in for the ult, knows he can't get out, as still does a nice amount of damage, but they're going to give that kill over to BDD, the Corki first blood.
They have just been sticking around there together, and that is not enough of a lead to start to worry about the Zeri just yet, so I do agree with you. This is going to be a game that goes long. We traded dragons. It's a Cloud Soul. Atlas would be proud, and yeah, it's going to be a good one. There's the kick play here for Lucid.
Trying to make something of this. Pyosik does have his flash, so he's just going to get over the wall, but hard to get away from a Zeri. There's the ult into aiming. You know that he did go Ghost in this game,
and will be quite impactful in mid-game fights like this. Is BDD desperately trying to rush back with his package as the dragon has not been started yet. KT do have a good fight opportunity here. Pyosik still down the flash, but his ult is back up.
And Kingen over the wall. Lucid nowhere near the dragon, though. Kingen looking to push them away. And you know what? KT's going to respect it as now Lucid over the wall. They get on top of aiming. The package goes in. And aiming slowed down, just going to flash away. And the Zerayumi is so hard to lock down. As we can clearly see here, this fight very broken up at this point already. Kingen getting in onto Deft, and that's enough damage. Lucid with the assassination, taking out the enemy AD carry, but now it's Perfect's turn. But Zeri just has that extra amount of mobility to get over the wall and get away from the Cassante. It's currently a 4v4 still, but you see the health bars of DK a bit low, and now with Lucid out of the fight, it does look like they'll give this one up for now.
There's no way to contest you, even with BDD out of rockets, they won't fight.
Okay, well, Kingen wants to go in alone. He does have a Yuumi, and they're trying to take out Perfect. They're going to get the Cassante. And I guess the fight wasn't over.
And, you know, the BDD is out of rockets here, so he's not able to do a ton of damage. Traded back here, and the rockets he is firing are being blocked by Kellen as he detaches on the Yuumi. And D+ will win this narrow fight here by extremely narrow margins. And they went for the Sejuani and then went for Cassante top. And that's the only permafrost you have in this draft. So does feel very strange as Lucid will get caught though.
Oh boy, yeah, on vision here, not cleared out, but he does get away. The Lee Sin just providing enough, and I suppose it wasn't. And I'm not sure if DK really cared too much about it at all.
Don't forget, Showmaker can disengage this as well. He's very low on mana though, so he really has to be very careful.
All right, Tidal Wave a bit desperate as now the kick comes in, but BDD is going to get away, and Into the backline goes perfect, but the zoning is in place for DK. Still, the smite is going to go the way of Pyosik as a very messy fight comes in. Lucid not really in position. Kingen going in as he's got a Zeri and a Yuumi with him to just push forward. And this is what we were talking about aiming. Just has all the room in the world to just sprint at the enemy team. KT, they get the dragon, but they lose the fight in a huge way.
Yeah, very poor team fight for KT Rolster, getting completely outclassed by D+ here. Showmaker never even needed to ult. Wasn't under too much threat. With his Leandre, he's able to burn through Perfect's health bar here. And D+ are going to start the Baron as Kingen with his tremor sets.
Away.
Yeah, he knows where you are. You cannot hide. The ground doesn't lie.
I mean, he knows you're standing still. It's just, you're not going to get away from him for now. I mean, Kingen, yeah, he's just going to elect to ult in. I thought maybe he would just let him go because this will take a while.
TP to come and punish this. Meanwhile, Baron is taken, just to remind everyone.
Yeah, this is going to take a long time, okay? TP's coming in, and now maybe you want to give this one away. Both Showmaker and BDD.
Piece of CC that could even threaten him as they're going to back away from Baron here. I think D+ have identified with this itemization, with the back from the Baron here, that exactly what I said moments ago is if KT win one fight, they're back in the game. So let's just be oppressive. Let's play slow.
Okay.
Maybe not Kingen.
Right as you mentioned that, Kingen decides to burrow into 4 people. Pyosik is going to get in on time. It is incredibly low. They can't quite see it, but now they are going to. As Lucid in the front line taking a bunch of damage, and Lucid has to flash away. Meanwhile, Showmaker pretty low himself as Kingen getting into the backline against 4 people. He will eventually go down, but so will Perfect. So the tanks on both sides, the top laners do go down in the 3.
We're on the Baron again.
Yep, starting it again. This time we got 4 members. Still top laners are dead, but teleport's available for both. And the focus coming in. Yeah, aiming's got to be careful. He's just going to back out of this one. As Kingen is TPing in and gets bubbled, that's not necessarily the angle we were looking for. Thank you for the leash. Maybe it's a flip as the kick comes in, but the damage isn't there.
What hell?
And Pyosik gets in, and he takes it away. There is the sweep, and aiming is still alive. He is flashing on the enemy team, looking for the kills. The redemption comes forward. And how many kills can he get is really the question. He picks up 2 as the knockup comes in from Perfect. Maybe able to take out the Zeri. Can he get the job done? Another knockup from Perfect, but it's not quite enough. As Deft and Beryl, they stay alive just to keep the hopes of KT here after taking that Baron down.
This is the KT D+ Kia series we knew we were going to get, Valdez.
Yeah.
And they're going to lose this in hip regardless.
And hip will go down for sure. The question is more on how much are they going to lose as Lucid goes in, messes it up, and now we have a play onto the Zeri, but again, the Cassante lockdown is not enough, and he's just going to sprint into 5 people, takes out Deft, and that might just be enough. The kick is huge as Lucid will make up for the former play, and that should be the game. Beryl all alone, and is basically just penta fodder for aiming. Let's see if he does give it over. That's really the only question at this point. DK waiting on the wave to come in, but this game number 1, have no mistake, it will go the way of DK as they start off the series very, very strong. They're going to try to give this penta over to aiming. Can he get it down as a bubble?
Beryl says no. Beryl says no. Look at aiming space on the player cam as well. They want it so badly, they will take the Nexus instead. I think a worthy consolation prize is D+. Start the series off with a bang.
They said, okay, you can have Zeri, you can have Yuumi.
You can have the whole jungle. You can have KT's jungle too.
Yeah, we're not going to big buy. We're not going to do anything about it.